Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming and this is going to be a Marvel Strike Force video. I'm fortunate enough to be supported by Marvel Strike Force to do a few videos to bring you this game to see why this is so cool. So if you want to try this game out, there's going to be a link in the description and pinned comment of this video, or you can use the QR code that you find on the screen to download the game today and support me as a content creator and have fun alongside me. Well, Marvel Strike Force is a free mobile squad RPG that allows us to battle with our favorite superheroes or super villains to fight and save the universe against some threats that we all know, like Doctor Doom or Apocalypse. And our goal is to power up our favorite characters and complete missions, get ourselves some gear, resources, all that fun stuff. And you can also compete with other players in PvP modes such as Alliance, War, and Arena. Now, while we are playing, we can recruit both heroes and villains across the multiverse, including Iron Man, Wolverine, Venom. You can lock up to 17 characters within the first 30 days. That's quite a lot. Some of them include Spider-Man, Deadpool, Thor, Captain America, and more of our favorite ones. Also, there's something cool that's happening right now for a limited time only. We can unlock Ironheart in celebration of the upcoming Marvel television show Ironheart. Now, alongside that, there's new ways to battle with our roster that are released regularly, and the meta is constantly shifting. They have Campaign, Blitz, Arena, and also Alliance War, a massive weekly alliance battle, raids, and Cosmic Crucible, where you can go head-to-head against other players in a tournament. Also, we can get the latest legendary character, Quasar, for free. Unlock Quasar by completing the Harbinger event. Complete the objectives to earn Quasar character shards. Quasar is the first legendary character required to complete the Age of Annihilus. Also, what better way to start a new game than by having a promo code that you can use to get some free stuff? Well, the code that we have is Bucky. That's gonna give you a copy of Winter Soldier plus a lot of other goodies, so make sure you redeem it. There's gonna be a pinned video at the end of this one where it shows you exactly how you can use redeem codes. So what I wanted to talk about in today's video is the reality of, in 2025, at least, June as of the time me recording this video, is it actually still worth it to play Marvel Strike Force, right? So there's obviously gonna be, I'm gonna try and be as honest as possible, and my review is going to be based on the time that I've played a little bit, plus what I've looked on YouTube a bit here and there. But the reality is like this, because it's such an established game, right? It's been out for what, almost 7 years now. It can be a little bit overwhelming, right? If you first jump into the game and you're looking at it, you get so much free stuff, right? You might have seen my previous videos with all the working promo codes, all the free rewards, everything that you can get for free, all the new stuff and whatnot. So it can be a little bit overwhelming, right? Because if you look at it, like I mentioned, it's, there's a ton that's happening. There's a ton that you get for free. If we go, for example, on the first page, right? I'm just like, level 42. If we go on as an example on the events tab, right? There's a ton going on right now. Danger Room, Accursed Team Power, Accursed Challenge, Red Phoenix, Diabolical, like it goes on and on. But it's pretty straightforward and pretty simple as a gacha game in general to just start focusing on the simplest and the easiest things. And that's going to be number one, just obviously go with the campaigns, right? Just go through the campaigns, anything that's open, push and grind as much as you can, especially with these three ones: Heroes Assemble, Villains United, and the Nexus, right? These ones you definitely want to progress as much as you can, so you can get to the point where you unlock more and more things to be able to farm, especially these nodes, right? There are certain nodes that are really important to farm, such as like 4-9 to get Doctor Strange, such as this one, 4-6 to be able to get fragments of Beast, and so on. So the easiest way that you can like have a look at it is just by following the campaign, and then obviously looking at daily objectives and see what you can do from the daily objectives to, it pretty much tells you what you need to do in the game daily, right? And I want to give one quick tip, right? I want to give one quick tip over here. If you're going to be somebody that does decide to spend, right? And you want to buy these, what are they called? I think Ultra Cores, if I remember correctly the name. Let's see, let me double check the name just so I'm, oh, come on. Don't lag, don't die me. But yeah, buying these Ultra Cores are kind of like one of the good things that you can do. And if you do decide to buy them and spend them on stuff, one of the best things to buy in the game is going to be the Strike Pass, right? It gives you so many good resources over here for such a good price that you 100% want to buy it. Now, there's one quick caveat, right? One really important thing that you want to keep in mind is the strike passes go every 2 weeks, right? So because they go every 2 weeks, you want to make sure that you only buy it if you're at the beginning of the week, right? If you start playing the game by by, let's say, it's, I don't know, day 7, day 8, and you see that you don't get yourself close to the end of it, don't do it. Like one quick, I guess another tip in this tip would be, if you do decide to, keep playing, keep grinding, and you see that you get yourself, I don't know, maybe at only 40 or something like that, it's not high enough, you can just skip it, right? Just skip the current week and go and do the next one. Now, one of the things that is kind of like really important to do in order to try and achieve this, to get to the max, is try and do all of them, including the optional ones. And there's one that I already completed myself, but one that requires you to use campaign energy right around 600. So definitely keep an eye out on the strike pass. It gives, kind of like in most gacha games and hero collectors, whenever there's the battle pass, strike pass, whatever you want to call it, it's definitely one that you want to do. So that's kind of like one of the quick tips. But if we go back to the roster and talk a bit, the part, like I said, that might seem a little bit overwhelming, right? It's like, okay, I don't have that many, but still, I just been playing for a few days, right? I think it's been a week and a bit. I have so many of them, right? So many of them that you're gonna be like, okay, which one do I focus? Which one do I choose? What do I do, right? That's another thing that can be overwhelming. One of the biggest tips that I mentioned in my previous videos that makes it easier, but again, you kind of need to know this, is to just look at the squads, go over here, and like I mentioned, this is a tip that I've noticed from a veteran player for, Mobile Gamer. Shout out to Mobile Gamer, which is one of the best CCs, if not the best, for Marvel Strike Force. But you want to look and focus mostly on the ones that are over here, right? Annihilator or Up, Annihilator, Orc, Night Stalker, Undying, Astral, and whatnot, right? See which ones that you have that you can build out of these teams, because they are, because they're the newest to introduce, they're a little bit stronger, they have a bit better stats. These are going to be the key ones that you want to focus. Obviously, there's going to be some exceptions. In specific areas of the game, you might need other ones that are not over here. You might have certain requirements where it tells you to, I don't know, use Deadpool or use Spider-Man or whatnot. Obviously, you're going to be using those if you need, but don't push, don't push on everything. Don't spread yourself too thin, right? Another big tip, don't spread yourself too thin, and just make sure you invest in the right ones. Now, again, this is from my point of view, it can be like I said, the overwhelming part, that's kind of like a little bit of the downside, is if you're not somebody that goes and watches a little bit of YouTube to see what's going on, you might be overwhelmed if you're trying to be, as good as you possibly can for this game. So definitely one of the biggest tips that I give, and this is part of the review, is check YouTube, right? Check YouTube. There's plenty of amazing content creators that cover this daily. One of them, like I mentioned, is Mobile Gamer. Make sure you go check him out, Mobile Gamer 365. You can find him on YouTube. He has one of the best guides. He's always doing up-to-date stuff, so check him out, and that should help you get past the hurdles. Now, obviously, one of the good things about the, it's kind of like a two-sided way, right? It's like you can get overwhelmed because of how much it happens, but then at the same time, if you want to play something that, gives you a lot of things to do, it's definitely the game, right? It's definitely the game for you because, again, being a 7-year-old game, it's already so established. There's so much to do that you're not going to get bored, trust me. So I just showed you the simple part of the campaign, right? Like how many of these are, but that's not all, right? There's so many other game modes that you can go in there. There's Blitz, there's Arena with Alliance Wars and Alliance Raids. Didn't really unlock this one. Look at this, 75 Battle World, Cosmic Crucible, Epic Campaigns, Real-Time Arena as well, right? If you're an arena person, definitely that's the thing to do. Obviously, we get the normal arena. There's always some new events happening with new stages, new stories, meta changing all the time. So all in all, from that point of view, I do believe it's definitely the right game, right? It's definitely the right game. And if you're looking to start playing this, and especially if you're a Marvel fan in general, this could be the game for you, right? This could 100% be the game for you that still worth it. You should still try in 2025. That's kind of the way that I see it, right? There's so much more that I could go through. There's so many other things, but again, my best suggestion is to keep an eye on the more established content creators for Marvel Strike Force. Check their videos out. They should give you the best advice on who to focus, what to build, and whatnot. Definitely, definitely worth it. And again, the only downside from my point of view is this is kind of like what happens with most games that are out for years, is you can be overwhelmed if you're not somebody that checks YouTube, and two, you kind of you need to check a little bit of YouTube if you're somebody who wants to be a perfectionist. If you just want to have fun, then just have fun, right? Just build whoever you want from your roster, enjoy it as much as you can, and just carry on with your day, enjoy the game at its fullest. That's kind of like the reality. But I think that's, I don't want to keep it too long. I don't want to go too in detail of stuff because, again, I'm still learning the game. I'm not definitely not the most knowledgeable. Like I barely have any knowledge about it. So if you want to see more about this, again, check out the other content creators that I mentioned, and just, yeah, make sure you play it, right? Enjoy the game as much as you can because it's a fun game. Plus, like I said, if you like Marvel, like I do, you're gonna love it. Just collect all of the heroes and the villains from the Marvel universe. So what are you waiting for? Use the link in the description and pinned comment of this video or the QR code that appears on the screen now to download Marvel Strike Force today and start playing with me. But yeah, we're gonna leave it at this. Thank you for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.